So today I got Kai and Kalia. These two young females are just about to have a litter in a couple of days here. Kalia's going to have hers first and then Kai's right after. Now these girls, Kai of course was born here, and I raised her mother too, and raised Kalia here as well. And these girls, they've been hiking with me for quite a few years now. Kai is 3 and Kalia is just about 3. This is their first litter. They didn't get bred the first time around. We had a couple little glitches, but neither here nor there. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the kind of little changes that we make in the care program just prior to whelping, and the diet changes a little bit. Not a great deal. We feed really good all the time anyway, but the diet does change. I bring up the fish content a little bit. I want to loosen them up a little bit, put a little more oil in, loosen the stool a little tiny bit. We give them everything that they want, so we put out a wide variety of foods. So they'll have fish, they'll have chicken, they'll have beef, they'll have pork, wild game, all of it. They'll have tripe. Everything's more or less presented like a little smorgasbord almost, and they eat what they like that way at this last little stage, because I don't want to have them in a situation where maybe they would go off their feed. So I just give them whatever the heck they would like. It's like a little banquet. Kai, come by me. Now, the other thing that we do is we take it quite easy on the hikes. We don't get too extreme. We still go every day just so they got some movement. They go pretty slow. We don't get any deep snow. I keep them on trails. I take the snowshoes, stuff like that. And they're staying inside now at night, so they're not wasting any energy. And it's really critical at this stage of the game that they're happy. Kalia, just stay by me, girl. You want to keep them real happy, because as long as they're happy, they're signaling all that good energy, those happy feelings right through to the pups. And so the pups, they're actually picking up all my energy right now. And so they're listening to the sound of my voice, they're picking up the vibrations, things like that. And if the dogs are happy around you, then the pups are going to be happy around you. And from some of the other videos you might have seen, the pups, when they come out, they smell me the same second they basically smell their mother, as soon as they're out. And I'm usually there on all the litters. The odd time I might be sidetracked for whatever reason and have to go get a coffee. Some litters take 13 hours, so I might just fall asleep on the floor, but if they're relatively fast litters, I'm there for every pup. But all the pups are looked after real well anyway. But what I'm trying to get at is the pups know me, and so we end up with a really good base of pups that way. The little guys, literally, as soon as they can crawl over to me, they're coming over. So it's quite cool. So that cementing in of relationships is literally done at this stage. And I get little pups that'll follow me around in the bush just simply because they know me so well from this stage right here. Now, we got a pretty good little setup for the pups. I'll get a video of the kennel one day, but we got it all rigged up in there. It's kind of nice for them, so we don't have to worry too much that way. The key thing for me is just making sure the females are real happy. don't give them any stress right now. Just let them have a fun time, walk around, relax. I mean, Kalia's still cruising through heavy snow. I mean, she's just walking up there. She's in great shape. These girls are in good shape, so we don't have to worry too much. But that whole personable nature to the handler, that starts long before the pup's born. And lots of breeders say it's not happening, but it is. The dog's senses are way higher than what we think, and so they're already picking up. The little pups are picking up that being around me is a good deal. They already know that. They're relaxed in there. They can feel that Kai's totally at ease, and so those kinds of things set the pup up properly so that it's basically born just happy as heck, right? Just comfortable as can be. And so that sets up a pup that wants to stick around the handler, wants to be around, very personal. Now the old breeders in the old country do this all the time. They bring them right in the house. They really focus a lot on that little bit of time before whelping and that time getting ready and that initial little bit of first few days there. So we do the same. It's the old breeders have done it, and it's worked for centuries, so that's the way we do it. And I think you get better pups out of it. Where'd that Clea go? Now I got gated down at the pen too. She's coming pretty close to. She got a big belly, so she could have a lot of pups. Now Kai, she's going to produce our 4th generation. So Dakota, Tora, Kai, and her new little pup. I haven't picked out the name yet, but her pups will be 4th generation, so it's kind of cool that way. Now, Kalia, come here, Kalia, come by me. Come, girl. Come here, girl. Come here. What a good girl. What a good girl. Now, what's interesting is Kalia's dad is the father of Kai's litter. So we were going to use Shorty, but Shorty turned out to be sterile. We couldn't use him. And so I thought, well, I really like Kalia. Kalia's a great dog. I thought I'll use Kalia's dad. And sure enough, she caught right away. She'll have a big litter. So that's a perfect matchup for Kai. So we'll have a really nice set of pups out of that. And Kalia, of course, is bred to Jaeger. So big black Swedish dogs coming out of this litter. Be really a good set of pups, but they'll be very nice, personable to the handler, that sort of thing. So all I wanted to do in this short video was just touch on those aspects and just let everybody see what the pre-whelping stage is like around here. All right, Kalia. What do you say, girl? What a good girl. What a good girl. Come back. Good girl. What a good girl. Come back. What a good girl. What a good girl. Come on.